Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Sergino Dest is a topic that a lot of Bayern fans are talking about, and it looks like each day the transfer window goes, the more and more assured we're linked with him. Though he was seen at the Allianz Arena, I'm sure the club denied it, and now we don't know what's going on with the Sergino Dest story, but there's a story out from FT Redaktion, and it says that Sergino Dest has decided to leave Ajax. Dest is in contact with Bayern, who tell him good things about. Oh, he's in contact with Bayern players. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone saw him in the comment sections of Alphonso Davies' posts, so that makes sense. And Bayern Munich will try to, or Bayern players are trying to lure him to Munich, which is stupid because he wants us. We don't want him that much. Bayern had offered 20 million last January, 10 million than what Ajax wanted. So Ajax are willing to let him go. But let me talk about that. Ajax, man. Ajax are a club that are known for generating young players and selling them on for decent fees for their size, right? You've seen that with their history. They've generated some. We will win the Championship. Okay, Ajax wanted 30 million. Your stream is experiencing some minor issues, just a little bit of lag there. But yeah, so let's talk about the Ajax thing. So Ajax are a club we know, they like generating players and selling them on for big fees. Do you think that Ajax are going to let Sergino Dest for 30 million or even 20 million? Bayern are offering 20 million. We might even offer, we offered 20 million last January reportedly, which I don't think we did. But I imagine Bayern Munich will offer another 15 million for the next bid. We bid down. We're the only club in history to bid down on players. We offered 110 million for Sane last summer, and this summer they get 40 million. That's how we do business. I don't know, man. Bayern Munich love bidding down. But do you think Ajax are going to let Sergino Dest, knowing in a few years he's going to be one of those players that could go for 70, 60 million? I don't know. Ajax are a smart business club. They know what they're doing when it comes to this stuff. So I wonder if they'll let Sergino Dest go. Live from New York City. Keep grinding, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ray, this player will be an asset to Bayern. Thank you so much for writing that because I needed to talk about that. Asset. What does an asset mean? An asset means brings you money. Dest will sell shirts. Even though he's not a popular player now, imagine an American. He's from the Deutschlands. He's from the Netherlands, right? What's up, Priyanshu? What's up? So he's from the Netherlands, but he plays for America. Americans will go, oh my God, this kid is our national team player, and he's playing for Bayern Munich. The same way Canadians are sucking Davies' thing, they'll suck Dest if he does well for us. Sergino Dest could be a real asset for us, man. And if we buy him, he will sell those shirts. I don't know what Bayern are always lucky to buy at a cheap price. Yeah, because we are smart. It's not a coincidence that Kimmich was about 10 million or 11 million. Gnabry was 8 point something million. We buy players that we know are good for a cheap price, and it's just a smart business model. For me, it's one of the reasons why this club is run so well is because we have ex-players making decisions. We have football experts making footballing decisions. We're not a Man United where we have bankers making our decisions. So I'm glad we have that. We can complain about our board as much as we can, but at the end of the day, we have one of the most active boards in the world. We make the most brilliant transfers. We have the money to be spending on 100 million transfers, but we've never had a transfer go over 70 million euros. It's just Lucas Hernandez, isn't it? But I mean, that's crazy. Pulisic to Bayern, then all American will see him as a legend. Now, Christian Pulisic was never the guy for me. He was never the guy. But I think Dest can be. If he played well here, the way everyone's hyping up Alphonso Davies from Canada, you're going to be surprised how cool. The Canadians love Davies just because he's from Canada. He's from Edmonton, Canada, where they're from. So they're going to, you watch any video on Davies. It always gets a lot of views, and if you look at the comments, it's just Canadians. Oh, I'm from Canada. Oh, I played with it's crazy. It's the same thing with Dest. Even though he's not really American, the fact that he plays for the American national team would be enough. like people would still go ahead and hype him up. You know, there have been players that haven't even played for the national team but have been born in a certain country, like Mbappe, for example. Mbappe, well, actually, a lot of French players. Mbappe is, half African, right? So you're going to see people from that African country almost represent Mbappe. For example, Samuel Umtiti is from Cameroon, which is next to Nigeria. People are going to hype him up because he's from people are going to think he's their player, despite the fact that he's plays for the French national team. It's the same thing with Dest. Americans are going to jump on that bandwagon, and we're going to get a player out of him. We're going to get something. So, I mean, Sergino Dest would be amazing. But I've had a lot of reservations on the transfer. As everyone knows, Havertz 50 million, that's stupid. I've had a lot of reservations on this transfer because personally, I want Achraf Hakimi. I think they'll both be as difficult to get, but Dest is just a low profile. Ajax would probably be just as harsh as any other club. Dest was born in the Netherlands also. Exactly. So he's going to garner us that's why I was saying, even though he's not from the US, he's going to get attention. When Americans watch a video on Sergino Dest, American national team star, now Bayern Munich star, come on, man. Davies has done it with Canada. It's going to be the same thing. And in a way, Davies isn't really Canadian. He moved to Canada from Liberia, from Ghana actually, from a refugee camp. It's a very nice story. You have to listen to it. But people are going to resonate with Sergino Dest, despite the fact that he wasn't even born in the US. But for me, that's why we can definitely get him as an asset. He can really be an asset for us. I'm going to pull up I've added goals and assists to the graphic now, so you should be able to see the goals and assists. If you don't, you're blind. So Sergino Dest has 4 assists this season. I think if you've watched him play, and I haven't, I wouldn't lie. I don't know what he's about. I don't really fully understand Sergino Dest. Is he, a tackling defensive? Is he overly attacking but can't defend? I've seen the clips. He looks very good defensively, but at the same time, maybe he could work on the defending side of his game, reading of the game even, because his aerial duels are quite poor and his holding on to the ball. What that means is when you get the ball, you lose it. That's all that means. It's quite poor in that regard, so Sergino Dest isn't really good at that. So he should play for a Dutch team. Believe me, if Bayern gets all these dream signings, they will be the next UCL winners. We'll be the next UCL winners regardless if we sign anyone, and we will be. I think the UCL, there's a talk that it will definitely be back in August. That's when the Champions League is reportedly going to return. So August, we'll see the Champions League again. That's when Bayern Munich will host Chelsea. So maybe the Champions League even goes into September. But I mean, usually UEFA don't even need that long to complete the Champions League regardless anyways. All-round players, you're right. Beginning of August, yeah, the Champions League will be back in August. Even July, I think. I don't know. The world. I'm hearing every single day. Country records 0 deaths. City records 0 cases of coronavirus. So the US, we're already easing restrictions. I'm just worried about match practice when the CL returns. I think it'll be super. You don't think even now, our players are probably doing 11v11 in training. No restrictions, because the club is like, hey, they don't have the coronavirus. Why are we they're just putting these restrictions up for no reason. Why do you think, for Kalu to go to his teammates and just give them fist bumps? Because it's normal. They do it anyways. They do it anyways. It's just these players they're all friends. They all don't care. They all probably break the guidelines. Davies, players are coming out saying we're very close quarters, close training. That's what the club wants you to see. I imagine the players, after they have some sort of training with each other, they have some sort of bonding, just not on camera. Maybe Bayern is pushing this agenda that the players are all in close quarters, they don't touch each other, because that's what they want their politicians to think, so they can get the league back. It's all politics. I don't think Bayern players are genuinely not even playing with each other. Sorry, but is Sane really coming to Bayern? Yes, he is. Prayun Shu. We've talked about it. Bayern Munich submitted a 40 million bid yesterday. If you want to watch the video, it's from yesterday. But he is coming to Bayern. Sane's agent literally said Sane only sees himself at Bayern yesterday, I think. So, it's happening. The transfer is done, basically. We're just waiting for the the Sane to sign the contract on in pictures and for him to wear the Bayern shirt, which I'm hoping is the number 10. It's a matter of time. Yeah, it's just a matter of when. I think the first day of the transfer window, we should have Sane announced, because if we're already negotiating with City now, Sane should be announced. But let's go back on the Dest thing. So, Miroslav Klose signed. Yeah. Congratulations to him. I don't really know what he's about as a coach. I don't care about our youth as much as I care about our first team, obviously. If I did, I would be talking about our youth players. I'd be doing transfers for Bayern 2. I would be, but I hope he's done well with the under 18s or under 19s, was it? So Sergino Dest has 4 assists this season, which is pretty bad to be honest. But I mean, it never happened. Yeah, Sergino Dest never got 4 assists because technically this season never happened. Why are we buying a player who never did anything this season? Huh? Well, that's such a Bayern thing to do. Under 17s. Like, anyway, yeah. 40 million for Sane from 180 million is insane. You're right. So Sergino Dest does have 4 assists this season. How Sergino Dest has 4 assists is beyond me, because the Eredivisie season never happened. They voided it, remember? Let's get to 10 likes. If we have 12 people watching, we should have at least 10 likes. But, I mean, come on. He has 4 assists. So Sergino Dest, I guess, he's an offensive right back who has his, he's set up defensively because none of his weaknesses are his tackling, according to Who Scored. I get all the strengths and weaknesses from Who Scored. I don't watch the players. Who Scored analyzes and uses data to show how the players are. I don't know. So for me, Sergino Dest, 20 million for him as well. Maybe 25 million. That's a lot of money for a 19-year-old who's not really proven in the league that he's going to be playing in if you bought him. I would love him to go from a Ajax, because let's be honest, the Eredivisie isn't on the level of the Bundesliga, It's in that league below, So I would love for us to get him and then loan him out or something. I wouldn't want him to start over Pavard. The reason why, even though me and Pavard don't have the greatest relationship, reason why is Pavard for me is going to do what he's going to do. He's going to defend everything. So I don't know. He will be better than Hakimi. I don't know how you thought of that one. How is Sergino Dest just going to be better than Hakimi? We were talking. Samando City said they're not amused about the 40 million offer for Sane, and they would rather keep Sane and let him expire. Yeah. That's just propaganda. If you think about it, what's the best case scenario for City? Get a lot of money. Sane hasn't played over in fact, us giving City 40 million is probably the best thing that could happen to them. You're going to see. They're going to accept like a 40-50 million bid. They're going to do it. Because if you think, it's what's going on behind closed doors. City have this financial fair play thing. They'd love to just sell Sane. They have their world crisis. They've lost money too. Lost money because they're Arabs. They don't lose money at all. There's no such thing as losing in the City camp. But City have lost money as well. So I don't think they're just trying to push the propaganda. So Bayern Munich offer a higher bid, but ultimately they know what Sane's real worth is. Sane's not worth 80 million. He's not worth 60 million even, in my opinion. If we paid 60 million for Sane, that's actually paying for him, because he's a player that's in the last year of his contract. He's actually 24 and he's older. So, Dest scored 2 goals in domestic cup competitions, I believe. Well, Who Scored doesn't tell me that, so I'm going to change it right now. I'm going to change it because you said so. All right, 2 goals. Now he has 6 goal contributions. So what does everyone think about this Sergino Dest thing? Because it's kind of North America fullback pairings. I mean, yeah, he's not North American. He's not from America. He wasn't born here. He has roots from here, but he chose to play for the U.S. men's national team because he knew he would get more game time. He's not playing for the Netherlands over Dumfries. He's not going to do that. Kimberly, Man City want 80 million for Sane to move to Bayern. Yeah, they do. But then they also accept the bid, because if you think about it, I'll keep saying it, Sane is in the last year of his contract. He hasn't played for months he hasn't played a single game at all this season. There's the current world crisis where every single player's value is dropped. City will push the agenda to the British media that we won't be held to ransom. We'll let him go for free if we have to. They know damn well that they would rather have money for Sane than nothing. It's logical to have more money for Sane than absolutely nothing, because Sane, you get an unhappy player. You don't think Sane will be getting his teammates riled up at City too? You know, players do affect the dressing room. So let's get to 10 likes, everyone. Let's get to 10 likes because I always do this. You know, I'll like my own video if I have to. Cello, thoughts on Sane, Bayern for $5 this season. This guy, 5 euros. So yeah, this Dest guy, man. I think he's cheap enough. He has the key passes. You know, I've seen the highlights. He just looks like he has the pace as well. Davies and Dest would look like a good pair. But like I said, even though me and Pavard aren't the greatest love relationship, I think Pavard's better than Dest right now. Pavard is gonna offer you more than Dest. Dest might offer you more in a year or two, but I might want to send him out on loan. I'd send Dest out on loan to like Freiburg or Stuttgart. I keep saying Stuttgart because for right backs. Has anyone noticed why? Because Philipp Lahm went on loan on Stuttgart and he became the greatest right back of all time. So we can send Dest to Stuttgart and Pavard's from Stuttgart, ironically. So we should just send our right backs to Stuttgart to go learn the trade because Philipp Lahm was on loan from Stuttgart. I'm trying to find out. Someone told me Dest has. So I'm trying to find out if he has more assists because I got these from Who Scored and they never look into the not outside the they never look outside the league and Champions League. They don't even count the DFB Cups, the DFB Cup. So Davies doesn't have as many assists as he did. But yeah, we sent Philipp Lahm out on loan to Stuttgart, and you know he became the best right back of all time. Ajax Amsterdam. So oh yeah, Dest does have 5 assists. Okay, so that's cool. He has 5 Eredivisie assists. It never happened though, because technically the Eredivisie never happened. This season never happened. Void the season. He's gonna come. Stuttgart DNA, yes. Yeah. So this Dest guy, man, he is passing aerial duels or passing. For me, I need a right back that wants to progress the ball. Pavard doesn't do it enough. When I sit here and say Pavard's average, people will come at me for saying it, but this guy just doesn't do it for me. He's not good at attacking. He's also open defensively. He does this thing where he's there in a good position, but then he just rushes in, tries to clear the guy out. For me, it's just Pavard is more of a defensive right back, but he's just not that great at defending. Winning headers isn't the only thing in defending. Leading opposition away, conceding throw-ins, that's fine with me, but sometimes he's way high up the pitch and he'll go pick up a yellow card for absolutely no reason. It's fine. So for me, Dest has to stop with the Pavard agenda. It's not an agenda if it's true. We've conceded a large chunk of goals from that right-hand side in a very similar manner. Even the game versus, what was it? Was it Hoffenheim where we lost 2-1? That goal we conceded, Pavard just stood there, man. I won't talk about it. It's not. This video isn't about Pavard. I've just watched us always have Alaba and Lahm, and even though I didn't watch Lahm that much, that regularly, you just always knew he was a baller. And then I'm here with Pavard, 35 million, one of our most expensive players ever, and he's not doing it for me. Maybe he's a center back. You're right. Maybe he is. But for me, I just don't see it. Thoughts on Semedo? Semedo is also one of those right backs. I don't get it, man. They're crap. Semedo he does this thing where he's really good at tackling, but he always picks up yellow cards. I don't get it. Alaba right back. I'd love to see Alaba right back, But we've just always had our full backs on point, and this time we don't. So we see if Sergino Dest does it for us, man. I love Dest. He's also gonna do it for the U.S. men's national team. Imagine Dest, the North American. That's gonna bring us a lot of fans. Gnabry at right back. I mean, Serge can probably play it. The guy's work rate is immense. People underrate him for that, but even when you think he's injured, Serge Gnabry he'll run through a brick wall, And I did criticize him because he didn't take the responsibility that I wanted him to take. Even after this first game, Gnabry didn't play well for a long time. And then he started playing well after the break, as did every single player we had. And before Kovac got sacked, he didn't take the responsibility I wanted him to take. He's Coman at center back. Let's have that, He'd use that dumb stupid pace. I almost said the R word for something. Or the DFB Pokal game against Hoffenheim, Pavard started dribbling right next to our goal. He lost the ball and we conceded a goal. You know, let's not talk about Pavard because there's going to be a lot of disagreements. You know, if you criticize a player, you're definitely stupid. So, Dest has 6 assists. We keep finding assists. So, in the Toto KNVB Becker, I don't know what the hell that is. So, I'm guessing that's the Eredivisie Cup. He has 2 goals and 1 assist in that. So, that's 6 assists for Dest. We're finding more assists for him. Champions League. What? Can someone tell me why the Eredivisie players have to play Champions League qualifiers? I just thought if it was the champions and the runners-up, two teams just go to the... Because the Eredivisie is a nice level, isn't it? I mean, teams like Belgium, I mean, Ajax are a prestigious team. They should just definitely get into the Champions League. Because they always get in it anyways. Well, except a few years. But Dejaku, a right back, would be a beast. Leon Dejaku, is he not a left back? I don't know. We'll see. But what Bayern need now is a right back like Sergino Dest, who can do the job that attackingly, because we've always been good at attacking. For me, a right back nowadays, modern right back should be coefficients, UEFA coefficient. That sounds stupid because Ajax have won the Champions League. They've done every single thing. They should just get in it if they win their league, and they usually do. So, and they usually get into the Champions League anyways. It's logical, just give it to them because it would give other teams a chance to actually qualify without having to face Ajax. It would give teams like Galatasaray maybe who would face Ajax in the qualifiers to get in it, you know, and we'd see different teams instead of just Ajax winning the qualifiers every single time. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. I don't know why they do that. They're not a top 5 league. Well, you know, PSG have 4 teams get into the Champions League, and they're not. You know, they get slapped up. So it doesn't make. And Ajax is better than Lyon. Ajax is better than Marseille. Ajax is better than all these French teams. Ajax is better than Chelsea. I'm being honest. That's dead honest. Ajax got to the Champions League semifinals last year. They're better than Chelsea. I don't care. Ajax, they get... man. I feel bad for Ajax. They're really unlucky. Dest can develop like Davies. Davies didn't really develop, did he? He always had it. I feel like Davies just learned how to tackle a bit better and defend better. And also, you know, cross better. That's it. Davies hasn't even... He was so complete when we got him. I just genuinely always thought in my head Davies is going to succeed. I remember the goal versus Mainz. That's the most excited I've been. I shook up my entire house because I was screaming. Because, you know, he just scored and I was just so you know, excited to see him score. Klose got a new contract as assistant of Flick. Why though? Yeah, I hope Miroslav Klose does what he's brought in to do, which is improve our scoring and our finishing. I guess it's to get Zeg. If he can get Zegzi, if Miroslav can get Zegzi to be a real bagsman type of striker, that would be nice. 2 goals and 6 assists for Dest this season. His goals came from left back, whilst his assists came from right back, and that's in 36 games. Isilo, is that a good thing for you, or because you're saying it like it's a bad thing? I mean, Philipp Lahm played left back. This guy is, Dest is looking intelligent. I've seen the clips, man. But for me, I know it sounds weird, and because we've had these tall, but modern day fullbacks tend to be taller, but he does have the pace, so he won't be in that department of, you know, slow, and, you know, he's pacey, you know. Ajax couldn't qualify to knockout stage, couldn't qualify, and whose fault is that? You know, is it Chelsea who slapped them up in the way they did? 5-5. I mean, if Ajax can go away, Ajax should get unlucky, man. UEFA views Portugal as a stronger league than Eredivisie, which is stupid because how many teams from Portugal consistently get to the knockout, consistently get to the semifinals, or, you know, it just doesn't happen that often. I mean, actually, to be fair, Porto. Yeah, UEFA are stupid. Let's get to 10 likes, everyone, but I'll shout out the channel once again, as I like to do. We're currently now 297. If we can get to 300, man, today, that would be amazing. So if you can, share the videos out, the content. I mean, I've been having so much fun making 3 videos yesterday. I won't do that again today. That drained a lot out of me, I can't lie. But hopefully we can keep making the videos and putting them out. I'm enjoying the comments, the interactions. Oh, yes! By the way, Bayern are playing Union Berlin, the game we were supposed to play before this break. So it's not going, match day 33 and 34. It's not doing that anymore. It's just match day 26. We carry on. So we were supposed to play Freiburg on the 9th. That was what it was reportedly going to be. But now it's the 16th. That's the date. That's the Sunday. They removed the 15th because who plays on a Friday? But, it's a Saturday. My bad. Saturday. What is it? Tell me, is it the 16th of Saturday in Germany? Let me check. It's a 6 okay, so basically like what, a week from now? No, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days from now. The Saturday, Bayern Munich will play. It'll be in the morning for me. A lot of people will be night, but I'll wake up obviously and do the match watch along, which I'm ready for. I have some exciting things coming on that day, but. What's up, Borussia Dortmund Core Football TV? Do you want to join my live stream tomorrow? I'd love to. I don't know how I would do that. I'm sure there's a website for it, but I'd love to join your website with Dortmund fans. That I don't know. I would have a lot to say against your club, but it'd be lovely. Lovely. Oh, I'm starting to sound more British. More European each day. Lovely. It would be lovely for me to join your live stream. This channel grew a lot. I was here when you were here when I had 70 subs. You were here. I know everyone that was here. SAS has been here since he was born. I know every single subscriber. Wow, you had 276 subscribers yesterday. Now 297. Incredible. Well, let's do the normal shout out. So Kim Soberano subscribed. That's yesterday, but I just like pulling it up. I just enjoy it. So yeah, thank you to Kimberly. You get those. They're random, and we might as well do Sumando, even though you did show up on the stream yesterday. But yeah, I'm appreciating all the support, man. It's just fun for me. This is fun. We're growing a nice little Bayern Match. We won't hear that, but we're building a nice little community. We're building it. Maybe we'll do. I plan to go to Germany this year. Can I tell everyone the story? I don't think I've told everyone the story. I plan to go to Germany this year, and also Turkey. I was actually planning to go to Turkey right around the end of May and the beginning of June. If you can triangulate what would have happened in Istanbul, Turkey, maybe you would have known where I was going. I was, because I knew something was gonna happen. Maybe we would have gotten to the final. What was that? Final of what? I don't know. What would happen in Turkey around this time, or around May, the end of May and the beginning of June? What would happen in Turkey? What kind of big game would I go? No, not game, not big event. World event with billions of people watching. What do you think I was going to in Istanbul, Turkey, if I was planning to go to Turkey? UCL fine. Oh, you don't say. And I was also planning to go to George. He's a Barca fan, not a Dortmund fan. He changed that after that Liverpool game. Oh, interesting. Next week we can do it. All right, let's buy tickets to Turkey for the UCL. That's not happening. And then I was planning to go to Germany. I think it was probably going to be next season, but I was planning to go to like a Der Klassiker game or a Champions League semi-final or a quarter-final or round of 60. I don't know. I was just planning to go, but it didn't happen. That's crazy because you plan these things and life just happens to you. I was saving money for it and life just happens to you. It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So maybe I would have died on the plane or something, and it didn't happen. So thankfully I didn't die on the plane. The imaginary plane. So yeah, that's annoying. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. Or what? I'm not traveling anywhere this year. The hell no. That's not happening. Live stream when Bayern play versus Dortmund. That's about 2 weeks from now. We play Dortmund on match day 28, I think. So that's 2 weeks from now. Sure, I'll come on your channel. So that's annoying, man. That's really annoying. So let's keep shouting out the channel because that's what I do when I have nothing else to say. Let's move on from that. Sergino Dest, we've talked about everything with him. We talked about what he's about. Yeah, but I can't wait to get to 296 subscribe. Not 90. No one unsubscribe, please. I beg. Keep sharing the videos, man. I can't be doing this without people actually caring. Because if no one cared, I wouldn't be doing this. But it's just nice. I can't lie. It's nice to just know that, people, especially Bayern fans. I don't care about if you're a rival fan subscribing to me. I want people who agree with me. Bayern Munich's the best club ever. I can't lie. Do you think Bayern's gonna sign Dest? Since you just brought up the transfer, let's bring back the screen. Yeah, we will sign Dest, but there's a huge chance that we go in for someone else, which I would love to be Hakimi. We were linked to Ricardo Pereira. In fact, I think we're linked. There is no build saying Sergino Dest. Not many sources are saying guaranteed Sergino Dest, but there is quite a measurable amount of sources. But they're also saying, he might stay at Ajax. Ajax might not want to let Dest go, so you never know. I think what's going to end up happening is just hit 250 coins on trivia. Are you doing that right now? Why? But yeah, there's a measurable amount of sources saying we won't sign Dest, but then there's also sources saying we will. So it depends on exactly what Bayern Munich want. Do we want to go in for Hakimi? Because I feel like we should. We were also linked to Cancelo. We were literally linked to him. I thought we were gonna get him the next day or something. We were linked to him one day, and then all these sources came out. I said Bayern Munich look for Cancelo from Man City. If we can raid Man City, that would be nice. If we can even go to Leicester and get Ricardo Pereira, who's been a brilliant right back, defensively and offensively, he would definitely fit my mold for a right back. I don't know, man. That would be brilliant for me. I would love Ricardo Pereira at Bayern Munich. I really would. He would absolutely do it for me. He would, because he would give you the assist, also the goals, but also the defensive performances. Sergino, he'd be older. He's 25, or is it 24 or 26? I don't know. In between that, Ricardo Pereira would add a lot, but Sergino Dest for me, it would just be that younger guy who you can bring Sergino Dest in for generations. He'd be here for an entire generation, whereas maybe a Cancelo will be here for 6 years. If we got João Cancelo, he would be here for 4 years. No, 6 years, and then he'd leave after. He might even. I don't know. It's just annoying. And then you can even bring in, for example, who's that other? So Ricardo Pereira. He's about 25. You can bring him in, and he's just gonna be what he is for a few years. You're not gonna get long term. So I guess what Bayern's looking for is probably a long term solution to the right back position. Pavard's most likely going to be planned as a fullback, and I don't know. It's just how it's going to happen. So yeah, let's shout out the channel once again. No, let's not do that. The giveaway. So we have a 500 subscriber giveaway that's happening. It's going to be $50. I'll make a video once we hit 500 subscribers to basically comment on the video, and everyone that comments automatically gets entered into the giveaway. And it's only going to be people that, I don't just want people to just subscribe and then they don't care about the content. You know what I mean? It's usually going to be Bayern fans, because they're the ones that are going to get a Bayern shirt. It's going to be from the Bayern fan store. I don't want to spend money on any other thing. So you comment on the video, and then I'll make a spin board. I'll do it live. I'll create it, and then we'll go live, and then I'll spin it a few times, and whoever gets the most times wins. And that's how we'll do the giveaway. No Hakimi. Well, I would love for it to happen. I guess it's a dream signing. But yeah, let's talk about Upamecano a little bit. So a few sources saying he's been viewed as an interest for Bayern Munich, but they haven't really looked at him enough. I don't know, man. Everyone knows I want Upamecano because I feel like Boateng and Javi Martinez are done here. There's really no reason for us to be keeping players. Like, as much as Robin, I love him, and yes, I do, because he's the reason I support this club. In fact, I bought something special from a source with Iron Robin's thing on the back, and it's gonna be brilliant. It's coming soon. I was planning for it to be when the league returned. I bought 3 things actually. They cost me money. But yeah, Iron Robin, we should let him go. Frank Ribery should let him go. So do you think Schürrle will succeed after his big injury? He's done it once, he'll do it again. And he's gotten injured in the exact same, foot, same injury, man. You never know with these things, but Niklas Schürrle is someone with character, someone I really respect as a player. He's gonna do it for me, man. He's gonna do it. I believed Niklas last season. He wasn't playing that well, and I said, you know what, next season, well, he played well last season, but not to his level that he did this season. I said last season, it's this guy's season to do what he does best, right? Beginning of the season, Niko Kovac was coach, so we can all just write that off. But he got injured, and that's the problem, And he hasn't played on the Hansi Flick yet. He doesn't know what it's like. He might not even fit Hansi Flick's system. He will, because he has pace and he's also big and strong and powerful in German. So we'll see. Niklas is also someone that he's just young. He's 24. We like to think he's old, but Sangpo Norbu, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Do you think we still have Lucas Alaba, Zula as a center back, plus Lucas Mai and Richard will be our future stars? That's all cool and sexy to think about, but you have to be realistic with that, Daniel. You can't just say we have Lucas Hernandez, who gets injured a lot, Alaba, who will pick up a few knocks himself, because he usually does, it's normal, and we have Niklas Schürrle, who's been injured. That's 3 center backs for 2 positions. What if you're playing 3 games in a matter of 8 days or 9 days? We've done that. Champions League quarterfinal or something, League DFB Cup game quarterfinal, league game. We've done 3 games in close proximity. What if Alaba and Lucas are both out in the same time, which is possible because it happens with Bayern all the time. 2 players just conveniently get injured. Boateng might break his back, right? If Javi Martinez and Boateng go, they're both center backs. Right now, Boateng is a starting center back. Replace the starting center back before you replace, them with injured players. We like to. Real Madrid have the depth they do. They win the stuff they do. They're consistent as they are because they like to buy the players where they need the players. And we need a center back right now. We do. And Lucas Mai and Richard are all nice to think about, but those are kids, man. You want to send them out on loan. But I do understand what you mean by we do have them, and we'd like to give them a chance. But if we can get Upamecano for 40 million, I'd have no problem telling Chris Richards to go out on loan to PSV Eindhoven or something like that. What do you think would be the long-term replacement for Lewandowski? I don't even think we need to buy anyone. We have him right now, Zagzi. I think Zagzi has proven himself. The guy came off the bench and he scored 2 goals. And was it Wolfsburg? And also, Wolfsburg. Zagzi won us that game. He was the reason we went into the winter break with high confidence, because he won us the 2 games we needed to win. I said it. Bayern Munich will define the second half of the season and how they start the Champions League with how they do beforehand. And Zagzi came on and scored the goals for us. Joshua Zagzi is the only replacement for Lewandowski. I just see the quality in Zagzi, man. I don't think Zagzi is an all-out striker like Lewa is. Lewa isn't even that all-out, but he's more of a, he'll take the ball and turn and play a teammate in. Zagzi does it well. Upamecano contract is not confirmed yet. It isn't, so there's still a chance. If he signs a new contract with a release clause in it, then I would believe, next year. I wouldn't mind Upamecano coming next year, but if we miss out on him, there was a source coming out saying Bayern Munich were this close to signing Varane, but we didn't do it because we didn't want to pay an extra 5 million euros. We were going to pay 10 million. Real Madrid came in a week later and paid the money and got him. That's what a big club does, man. When you believe in a player and you think they can be good, even though you have all these players, you buy them. If we were Bayern Munich, we would still have Pepe, the Pepe from Real Madrid, if he played for us. We would still have him trying to be a backup or something. We wouldn't have bought Varane and just did the ruthlessness that Real Madrid do. Bayern can switch. No, we're not switching to 2 strikers. We've never played a 4-4-2. We've never played a 3 at the back with a 2-striker system. We've always been known for wingers. Throughout our entire history, we've always been known for wingers. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge played more. Did he play more as a center forward, kind of off the striker? But at the same time, he played like a winger, right? Kind of like an inside striker, inside winger, or whatever it is. We've always had a winger. Robin and Ribery, the most prominent. Even if it's just recent history. They're the reason, a big reason why we'll keep playing with wingers, because they work for us. And we've had our fullbacks really good at attacking and solid defensively, and we've had a great CDM who can break up play, right? We've had leaders like Muller and Effenberg who've led the team on, with their attitude on the pitch, their run around and Mia San Mia mentality. We like our wingers, and we won't switch to a two-man striker. Sane and Gnabry dodged the Netherlands with Sane. They weren't strikers. They played in the strikers' positions, but they didn't play like strikers do. They didn't back off into a position and hold the ball up. They ran into channels. They made it hard for Van Dijk and De Ligt to hold them off. And Netherlands did win that game. So if you want to talk about that, the Netherlands won. So it didn't work really well for Germany. Actually, we'd been playing with two strikers under Heinkicks for some time. Yeah, we did play with two strikers, but I'm talking about the Now and Ian Robin and Frank Ribery. We're known for wingers, man. And there's no way we go change to a 4-4-2. We like our left wing, right wing, pure wingers. I don't think we'll change it. Here, I'm from Colombia. You are the first Bayern channel that I follow. Do you know other news that I should follow? There's the Bundesliga official channel. That's let me be honest, there isn't that many Bayern channels. There's this channel, Bayern Barbie. She doesn't make that many videos, but she's also kind of cool, man. Bayern Barbie. I'll put the link in the comments for everyone. If you can go give her a subscription, I don't care. If you call me a simp, she's cool, man. She makes cool videos, and you should know about her. Bayern official channel. Yeah, follow that one. That's the channel. She's very cool, man. I don't know her. I asked her to make a video with me. She watched it and liked the message on Instagram, and she hasn't responded to me. I don't care. Call me a simp, but she's pretty cool. So go ahead and follow her. That's another Bayern channel. So Bayern did actually play with two strikers on the Pep with Muller and Lewa as strikers. Well, I wouldn't ever call Muller a striker in my life. He's never, even when Muller plays striker, you can tell he's not a striker. He's not a finisher. He's not a header of the ball. He likes to move into the channels. Germany won. No, I'm talking about the first game they played. The one where Netherlands won. That one. That's where it didn't work. And if the two-man striker, I don't know. We will. Hansi Flick has said we will experiment with two strikers, maybe Zagzi and Lewandowski. But for now, I just see us using a winger. We were linked to a winger for a reason, because we want to use wingers. And maybe we play a 4-2-4 where we have almost two wingers and then two strikers and two midfielders. To be fair, that's kind of how we press. We press in the 4-2-4. Lewandowski and No, we press very odd. Has anyone noticed how Gnabry and Coman or Perisic, whoever the wingers are, they're usually the farthest people forward, and then that allows the our fullbacks to push higher, and then Lewandowski and Muller almost become like midfielders. We press pretty cool. It's kind of nice. 15 likes, that's the next target. Netherlands actually won 3 times, and you chose the single one Netherlands lost in the last 2 years. Yep, I mean Netherlands they won that game, and Van Dijk. I would. You know what? Screw Sane. If you gave me Virgil van Dijk today, I think all of us would take Van Dijk. He would absolutely make us. He would be annoying to deal with. Imagine playing Van Dijk in training. I know wonder and Mane have to be careful how they shoot, and Van Dijk. Oh God, man, he makes them improve. That was let's not talk about this two-man striker shit. A cornball. You guys have some creative names, man. You really do. Ellos es muy crazy. You're all crazy. Oh my goodness. But Santiago Chavez, welcome to the channel. Why didn't he get a shout out? Did anyone see his shout out? It didn't pop up for some reason. I don't know why. Can anyone tell me why? Streamlabs, tell me why. We'll only do subs. Oh, it would pop up actually. Ooh, that is cool. Okay, I guess Santiago didn't want a shout out. It didn't show up on the screen. Werner just needs to finish. He missed he needs to learn to finish. I thought I was the only one who believed that. Timo Werner always powers the ball instead of placing it. You know, kind of like in Football Manager where you train your strikers to place shots. Timo Werner doesn't place shots. He strikes at them with speed and intensity. So yeah, this Sergino Dest thing, we're coming towards the end of the stream. Let's shout out the channel once more because everyone loves when I shout out the channel. So we're 298 subscribers now. It would be nice to get to 300. So if you can, share the stream out with other Bayern fans, football fans. You know, we're trying to keep the channel growing. We can't be caught slipping, guys. You can't be caught, you know, saying, oh, 300, that's nice. You know, we want 400. We want more. So let's get to 300 first. That's the most important thing. So share the channel. Let's keep pushing it. And let's push the boundaries, you know. Let's get these 2 people to subscribe to the channel. But yeah, that would be sick. Will Davies score versus Union Berlin? He won't, but he will probably ruin their defense and have 2 assists or 1 assist. Leave a like, stop playing. Oh god. The Beast Fortnite player. Do you think Bayern will win Bundesliga when it returns? You know what? That's a good question actually. Let me finish off with that. It's a really good question unless someone else asks me a really good question after that. Bayern Munich look like, you know, but you think about it, other teams maybe a Leipzig might be more energetic than us, and we might falter for the first game. You never know. Maybe we get an injury to a big player. I don't know. We might lose a few games. I wouldn't blame Hansi Flick for it. Join BayernNow's Discord. You're right. We do have a Discord. It's been kind of inactive recently because I just haven't cared about it as much. I can't lie. Let's make a link that never expires. Oh, I never knew you could do that. So yeah, there's the link for the Discord, but everyone should join it if you want to. Please, I'll beg, join it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, every team has a lot of disadvantages, but also maybe a team does have an advantage. Maybe some teams trained better than others. You know, some teams might have less injuries. We do have Coutinho. Perisic is back, by the way. Niklas Süle should be back because no, he was supposed. Yeah. Niklas Süle should have recovered because I mean he did have a minor setback, so maybe he's still working on the on-field things and tactical work. You know, you still have to get incited with tactical work by Hansi Flick and the coaching staff because he hasn't played on the Flick yet. So we'll see how these players return. But as far as Bayern winning the Bundesliga, we're 5 points clear, but we could lose 2 games. There's a possibility that maybe we lose our first game because we just didn't want it enough. I will be here to watch it with you. We'll all be watching it. I hope people think it's a good idea for me to do match watch-alongs. What does everyone think? Please tell me, because I don't want to stay down here and because it's all about the audience. Obviously, I don't want to be watching a match watch-along for 2 hours and no one's, or an hour, whatever the games are, and no one's watching. I would like to see a German team win the UCL. Yeah, hopefully it's us. Leipzig. You know what? I have a feeling in my heart that RB Leipzig, in their first ever Champions League knockout, whatever, they go on to the freaking Champions League final. Because Leipzig are literally one of the best teams in Europe. Think about it. They have the best defense. One of the best defense in Europe when everyone's fit. And Konate and Orban, their captain, is coming back. So they're fit there. They have a great world-class Gulacsi. Gulacsi's underrated. Leipzig also have Sabitzer, who's wanted by everyone. They have Werner up top. They have Patrick Schick, who's brilliant. They have Nkunku, Adamalo Lukman on the bench. RB Leipzig, man, they scare the crap out of me. If they keep half their, if they only manage to let Upamecano, Upamecano isn't even their best center back because technically Leipzig's best center backs are injured right now. Oh my goodness, you're gonna see Leipzig do something. Do you think Bayern can make the Champions League final or teams like Barcelona? No, that's just. I don't even know why I read that. That Barcelona. FC Barcelona. Nah, Barcelona aren't. You know, they're just not there for me. They won't do it. FC Barcelona are a team that, you know, they've lost their way. I mean, they're linked to. They don't even have the money to go buy the signings they want. They're trying to give. They're trying to do swap deals. We're trying to just pay the money out. Barcelona is just not it. I choose you the final sayings of the star poll if you are beautiful or not. Why do you tweet me? You have the Discord. You have the Discord. You can't tweet me, man. You have the Discord. You could just send it to me on Discord. Private message, whatever it is. Yeah, I think this is the stream. But thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll be back later on. I have a video. I think it's going to be on Hansi Flick. I'm going to analyze what he's done for us tactically. And I'll definitely have a few things to, you know, graphically, and also, yeah, I hope I don't bottle the language. Too bad they bottled the league. Yeah, Leipzig did. I mean, they were going to win it. I had it in my heart, even before the season, that Leipzig was probably gonna. What do you mean? Look at the tweet. You didn't send me a tweet. Oh, there we are. Oh, okay. Wow. I like how it just. Oh. Okay. Wait. How did you make a straw poll? Was this from Discord? I am King Beauty. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, you did vote. Okay, best Bayern channel. F the haters. How many haters do we actually have? I know you're trying to just. How many haters do we have? Fati's better than Messi. No comp. Okay, we'll end the stream there. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia, and peace. Sergino Dest. Serginho. No. No, it's not gonna. No one's gonna say Dest. Serginho. You're ugly. Of course you hate me. Leave a like. Let's go. Bye.